if we're trying to make conversions in metric units of measurement, we do these very, very similarly, in fact, almost exactly like we would do the ones that we did in the customary units. The only difference is the metric system is set up just a little bit different way. We are still going to be doing, if it is a problem where we're taking large units to small units, we will still multiply, and if it's small units to large units, we will still divide. I'm going to do one of each for you here. So here we go. He is running a 5K race, 5 kilometer race, and we want that in meters. So we've got it in kilometers. I want to change it to meters. So if I set up my chart, just like this will help me decide what I need to do. So we are starting in kilometers, and we want to change those kilometers to meters. So this is, of course, a problem where we're working from a large unit to a small unit. So of course we're going to multiply, and we'll be able to see that in just a moment here. So it takes 1 kilometer, and we would make out of that 1,000 meters. You can look that up on a measurement chart. But I'm going to give you something else that you can do. You can do our little King Henry chart that we talked about in class. And we do King Henry Dunks Big Donuts Chocolate Milk. Now I'm going to keep in mind here that the base unit, since we're talking about kilometers and meters, the base unit is the meter, since I'm measuring in length. And that helps me out here. All right, so I'm starting in kilometers and I'm moving to meters. So I would have to multiply times 1,000. Well, up here it says 5 kilometers, so I'm doing 5 times 1,000, which is actually very, very easy. You can probably do that in your head. It's 5,000. Now, it's not always going to be this easy, so let me show you an alternate way that you can do this. So we're starting in kilometers, so that's right here on my measurement chart, and I'm moving to meters, which is my base unit. So what I'm doing is as we're interrupted by an office announcement. What I'm doing is I'm moving 3 spaces over to the right. So if I look at my 5, my decimal would be right there on the right-hand side. So what I can do is I can just realize that I am going to take this and move it 3 spaces to the right, just like I did in my chart down there. And of course got to fill those in. So that would be 5,000. All right, so now if I move on out to this problem right here, this one is going to be a problem where we're taking a small unit and changing it to a large unit. So right here, I'll make my chart. Same way as I did on the last one, same way as we did on customary units. And I've got this in millimeters. I'm needing to change it from millimeters to centimeters. So centimeters are larger, so 1 centimeter is equal to 10 millimeters. So I am dividing this by 10. Again, if you don't know that, King Henry Dunks Big Donuts and Chocolate Milk. And since we're talking about meters here again, my base is a meter. So that'll help us remind us of that. Okay, up here I've got 612, and I'm going to divide it by 10. So that might be kind of a difficult division problem for you to do, but it's really, really easy if you just look at our chart here. So we started at millimeters, which is there, and we're moving to centimeters. So we move 1 space to the left. So if I get my decimal, it's right there on 612. It's always to the right of the ones place. And I'm going to move that decimal 1 space to the left, just like my chart tells me to do. So that is going to be 61.2. And you'll see that this works out. If I actually took 612 and divided it by 10, got to remember my decimals there. So it's going to go in 6 times here. It's going to go in 1 time there. And I've got to bring down that 0, and it's going to go in 2 times out here. So that is still 61.2. So regardless of whether I choose to do the division problem or I just choose to hop my decimal like I did out here, it's going to work either way. So this is just a quick way to do your metric conversions.